Cowabunga traders, hello, welcome to the stream. We're going back in time, tripping through time to the 80s, man. You can feel it in the air. Not really, it's just the 8th of the month, and that's what we do, and we finally remembered it, so shout out Brad. I have it on my calendar. I should be getting notified. I'd get no notifications of it, so we're going to have to figure that out. But stick around, because tomorrow's the 90s stream, because it's the 9th. So, unfortunately, you know, we're convening here this evening on not such great news of the sell-off, right? A sell-off that has ushered in Bitcoin losing about $1,500 from yesterday's stream. That 28,800 level, it was being kind of breached, violated while I was live, and it didn't really look that great. And here we are kind of flushing immediately on the new week, where you had a pretty tame market today at the stock market, you know, at least for the index funds. And you know, Bitcoin being down about 3%, you could imagine anytime Bitcoin's down 3%, all the other altcoins going to be down a lot more. Bittrex is, they filed for bankruptcy, but you know, it's more like they're just kind of exiting from the United States, since there is certainly a war on crypto. I mean, if stuff like this is coming out and you don't think there's a war on crypto exchanges, then you're just delusional. So, like, just every day that goes by, like these breaking events, just vindicate what I'm saying. All right, so Bitcoin, that consolidation structure you've been confined in since mid-March, you're still confined within. You're just near the bottom of it. Soon a breakout if there's any more follow through here. And again, that's what's happening on Bitcoin. It's way worse on altcoins. We'll take a look at it, but anything below 28.8 is never good. When you fail to break it a couple times, even worse. And that's about it, right? That's where we are. I mean, you saw me 24 hours ago, and I'm just updating you on this new candle. 4 hour. It's the same thing. I mean, just whatever. The issue of the 4 hour was you topped out and then you confirmed distribution, right? Because what is confirmation distribution? It's not the first time. No one really knows that there's less market participants involved than before. When you sell off and you rally again, and then you roll over for the second time, rivaling this other high, that's when you know, oh, it's confirmed, less market participants. And so you've rolled over since then, making your lowest price since April 26th. Not really a big deal, but that's about it, really. You know, this rectangle, we could probably just get rid of it. Your levels are here. Where you are right now, probably 26,682, probably. Wouldn't be that surprised. And your bad action magnet move really is like 27K. I think breaking that would be real bad, technically. And the harder target's 25K. But you haven't even really begun yet, have you? Being down 3%, being down $851 today. Not really. Okay, so that's your Bitcoin. Someone could try to say left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Okay, momentum's maybe shifting too. All right. Just kind of up thrust, back test, up thrust stuff for confirmation. Let's go to Ethereum here. That is really holding up pretty well, right? Outperforming Bitcoin today, certainly. I don't know what's taking so long for my stuff to load. But as looked at yesterday on stream, we've up thrusted, we back tested the up thrust, and you think on the up thrust back test, after that failure, it should be probably good for at least 1730, and then maybe 1600, the bottom of the channel, right? This would be oversold in an uptrend. This is overbought in an uptrend. So no real, I mean, you're breaking it. You're kind of breaking it today. Like if you closed as is, it'd be a candle close break of the heart line here. So you just gotta wonder, I mean, how much follow throughs are gonna be? There hasn't been too much yet. And that's about it. I know, it's not really crazy, man. 1.56% downside is not like carnage or anything like that. Again, the carnage is on the lesser than loser S coins. as we've discussed, right? There's just not enough liquidity, and there certainly now are far less on-ramps for the liquidity, even if they wanted to get into this crypto market. But the problem is 18,000 cryptos. 18,000 of them, man. Most of them created to enrich the people, the creators of those coins. And how's that going now? Well, this is late stage, right? They did this during the mania. They did this when everyone was doing it. And I guarantee you, none of these projects, right? Again, they're just jokes. No one's done anything to enhance the crypto or make them better. They're nothing. They're just sitting there. They're on a chart, right? Barely anyone's buying them or selling them. They're mainly selling them now, and we can look at those today. Some are making like the lowest lows. I think a couple taking out their lows from freaking January, December. Give me an audio check. Make sure we got bodacious audio levels. Can we get bodacious audio level check? Thanks. I think these speakers right in front of me, man, I can't even hear y'all anymore. I'm like deaf. And y'all can't even hear the speakers either, because y'all maybe have gone deaf too. Look at this stuff, dude. This is like really bad for your ears. But in the 80s, we don't even know. We don't care. We just rock on, man. We're okay. Calbunga. All right. Nice. So again, it's just these. We look at the big two. Let's look at BNB. BNB down a little bit more. Remember the crazy stuff. I mean, like, you know, it's not really begun to really roll over yet, okay? But just remember kind of the stuff that happened yesterday, right? BNB, they withdrew $3.3 billion worth of Bitcoin off their exchange into cold storage. Okay, that's their argument here. Nothing sketchy about that. And then the congestion problems, right? 400,000 transactions.
Jupiter, roll tide. Sorry, I've been smoking joints with Elon today.
What's up, Caleb? Thanks for the 5. Yeah, clearly, because you didn't tip 420, you tipped 5. You already forgot. Short-term memory loss is an effect of cannabis ingestion. Thank you, dude. Thanks. All right, so, right, and after the withdrawal into cold storage, that's when the problems with the transactions occurred, right? And you know, they're under investigation now, stuff like that, right? And okay, that's on the fundamental news side, and then you go to the technical side, which was the buyers for the third time, right? 1 high, 2, 3. For the third time, buyers unable to breach the supply that exists at this level with the tweezer top reversal. And then locally during the weekend, or, you know, not just the weekend, but you can see locally this high is lower than this high, and then this high is certainly slightly lower than this high. Then it's 1, 2, 3, rule of 3, and then a failure, and that's it. Like, it's almost like it's not 3 drives per se, but it's the psychology of the 3 drives, right? The third peak slightly higher than the second slightly higher than the first, and when that's the case, though it, of course, can just break out at any time, you know this is a inherently low-risk, high-reward opportunity area for a short, not a long. All right, sell high, buy low. This would be selling high up here. So it's a good start to a short, being down 2.5%. This is the third largest crypto that exists. I mean, it's higher market cap. It's going to take a little bit to move this thing. But a good start being down 2.5% and being at its lowest price since April 10th. Right, so we're talking about almost the 1-month lows here on BNB. Sad state of affairs, right? A whole month of that, God. All right, so you just wonder, and the short could be articulated as a just in case they do rug, and this is the time. Technically, it'd be perfect because of where the chart is, where the price is, correlating to ice lines and inflection points. But the target's going to be way lower, 225, if this is actually real here. Okay, just saying. It's not looking too good. It's getting kind of sketchy out there for CZ and Binance. Drinking my 1980s coffee, man. Folgers coffee, man, or something. I don't know. So BNB and then XRP down 5%. Heading on down. Well, it's tested the 200-day simple moving average for the first time since March 21st. Heading down to 40 cents for a test of a very important inflection point, a high from May of 2017. That test is going to be a big deal, man. If you can't hold that, it's over, like pretty much, man. So not looking too hot. I mean, you're now in the dead middle of a range between 32 cents and 56 cents, 55 cents. Not a good day for your fourth largest crypto out there, right? All right, let's go to that quad screen. I made a little adjustment to Ethereum on the 60-minute. It morphed, right? 60-minute time scale is really insignificant. So in a pretty short period of time, new data can present new patterns or new structures, and this is the way it's kind of looking on Ethereum here, where you have upsloping resistance and a horizontal line support, that right-angled ascending broadening formation, and in the context of possibly bearish continuation. So buyers are attempting to defend this level, but for how long now? After it's just been testing, you just don't know. Any rally that fails to see the top of this structure will become a potential partial rise. Okay, a potential partial rise turns into a confirmed partial rise if we revisit this level, and there's a extremely high probability of a bearish breakdown. So that's all that's going on now. Attempting to hold this buy wall at 1825 on Ethereum. Top right, top left, Bitcoin 60-minute. Yeah, broke that support, and this is the type of price action one could understand if the level's unable to be defended, a markdown in price, and you got it. Lowest price on Bitcoin achieved since April 26th. Bottom left is XRP, as we were just looking at on the 60-minute. It was a bearish rectangle for over 2 weeks. It was awful, and finally broke down. Right, got some resolution because no demand. BNB bottom right is just that 60-minute price contraction resolving with a demand line being breached, and even a formal, very subtle back test, bearish back test of the breakdown, and that was yesterday. Lowest price on BNB since April 10th. All right, so there are the big four. The big four, man, not so hot. Notable losers today. Oh man. In crypto anyway, right? And we're going across the market stuff, so but here's REN, a massive loser today. Lowest price achieved since January 20th, and nearing those lows from December, January, breaching that low from Black Saturday, June 18th, 2022. Very infamous day in history books, and clearly below the 200 simple moving average again. Very bearish now. I have absolutely no hope for these altcoins, dude. It's a fundamental thing, but it's also technical at the same time. So it's like both. And I mean, 6.5 cents, sure. Yeah, they'll be tested again, going all the way back to October 2019, February 2020. And once that breaks, fresh lows for the bearish trend down to 3.3 cents. That would make sense. 3.3 cents eventually, if you're patient. Okay. Another very sad occurrence is Digibyte. This level that's been defended since time and memorial. Yes, for 84 years, really since the Battle of Middle Earth. This has been a level defended by buyers, exceeding that, except for that COVID crash low. It seems like the sellers are chopping through it right now, and you're running out of room before really bad stuff happens. And I think below 7.6 tenths of 1 cent, you could be heading all the way back down to 1/100th. No, it would be 1.5 tenths of 1 penny. Yeah, worthless. Okay, it's like what, 70+% downside, something stupid. I can't even Yeah, 77% downside. Bad stuff, man. Like, okay, so these levels get defended by the buyers, and you see that, and it's like, okay, that is an opportunity because the buyers did take over. But what happens is in bear trends, like you'll get these, long drawdowns, and then eventually something happens that could be potentially bullish. And even if it is bullish, it can be short-lived. And this was a short-lived on all these short-lived attempts by the buyers, right? The stage is set for the buyers to come in to push the price exceptionally higher, but there just aren't enough of them. And this is the type of price action you receive after failed reversals occur, right? Oh, it kind of went up. I mean, for God's sake, after that bullish defense for the second time, I mean, the asset went up 69 to 70% in value before rolling over. So this is the case for everything on this market. They bottomed out, they had exceptional runs temporarily, and then you can see what type of performance they had. Good example, something like FTM had been cratering today, still down around 10%, right? I'm talking about goes up 200+% off the reversal low, right? It was identified, it was great, but that was it. That was it. There was a buying climax, a sell-off, an attempted rally, a lower high already, right? What does that say? The chart's telling us, oh, well, less market participants involved with FTM February 16th than were involved at the beginning of February. And then another sell-off, a lower low than the previous low. Then a rally, a lower high than the previous high, formally back testing inflection points from 2021. And then a confirmation high, right? It is confirmed not only that there is distribution locally lately, but there's also like this confirmation that high from 2021 is resistance again. It's always about the second high. Those are always the best opportunities to go short or to go long, right? Confirmation lows. Forget the first one. It's all about the second one. And so here you are breaking a very real support resistance, right? We knew 40 cents was like a big area. And the fact that where you are right now, I mean, there's nothing here to 29 cents. So if this asset if buyers don't come in like tomorrow, defend it, you can get a back test, right? They could run the price up to back test 40 cents. But I'm saying below this 38 cent level from where you are right now, there's still another 20% downside minimum. I could easily see this asset going down 46% to retest that 19 cent low. And that'd be a formal low to high 886 down there. Yeah, man. And this is the case across the markets. Take a look back at KNC. Remember this trade setup for the short. And this was, we thoroughly discussed this one yesterday on the stream. And below 69.5 cents is death. Technical death. Where you are now, the downside potential, yeah, I mean, yesterday was unlimited, right? It was 36 cents. If not, then fine, 44 cents just to test the lows from January, but probably fresh lows. And so, look, I mean, it's like an M shape in the making. It's a lower high than the previous high. Failures to break the 200-day moving average. I loved the price action right below the ice line. It was undeniable. And so it was so low risk for a short, and it's already started so good, so well. And so you'd think, hey, the trend is your friend. It is certainly bearish long term. And so, all right, let's see it happen. We'll see the continuation here of the prevailing long-term trend, which is bearish. I mean, cowabunga, man. I mean, what do they say in the 80s? Give me some sentences to say in the chat or something, all right? And it is this story across the markets, man. Across the markets. Have your alerts set up. Do y'all really want to continue this? I mean, it's bad. Like, look at sand. This is a loser. It's always been a loser. It will always be a loser, most likely. I see a deep retrace on B, a lower high on C. That's a wave structure that you would conclude is going to be an extension M shape, the 1272 minimum criteria, minimum threshold of the completion of this butterfly, this bullish butterfly would be 22 cents. It could go way lower, right at 1414, 1618. You know, the criteria, the butterflies between a 1272, 1618. So, and guess what? The technicals all line up perfectly, right? Anything below 57 cents, there's the price action. Look at it. Yeah, okay. Easy target of just going to test the lows from 2021. Sure. That makes a lot of sense. So I would, and below the 200-day moving average. Look, confirming distribution up here. Even confirmed here 3 times. It's just lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Oh, we still made a higher low. Who cares? You made lower highs after, so therefore no, it doesn't matter. And now you're making lower lows than that low from March 11th. It's terrible. Lowest price since January. And you just can't be surprised if we keep going lower. Let's look at Litecoin. Remember, it confirmed a top here at the inflection point or near it. Okay, and anything below $84, you knew it, man. Anything below 84 was 66 eventually. You're working on it, man. I'm sorry. It's only down 7% today. God forbid. Just wait, man. Probably going to see 66 cents based on historical price action between $66 and $84, which is almost always straight up, straight down. So let's see what you get there. Or you just going to pivot and make a higher low than the previous low and rally later. We'll see. Down a lot today. Broke support. And that's the typical type of price action. When you really break a support, yeah, you have drawdowns like, oh, it's down 7% today. It's bad, man. It's bad for these altcoins. They are screwed. How about you take a look at Tron, only down 1% today? Because this is the communist China's crypto. This is like, oh, hey, we'll keep Tron alive because he's loyal to the Communist Party. Okay, so we'll make sure his S coin's propped up with CCCP money, right? Or just CCP money, not triple C. So like 7.2 cents is the top of a trading range, really. You can see it. And if that's it, I mean, of course, it could break upward, and that's what stops are for, stop losses are for, but this is a pretty low risk area for going short on any asset. It doesn't matter if it's Tron or not. Right at the top of a trading range, best area to go short, bottom of trading range, best time to go long. So, and what makes it actually almost pretty much actionable is the fact that it's now a second time, like one time, second time now. So we'll see. It is the best performer of the day. On the watch list, Tron. And then close second is Ethereum, Monero, QNT, BNB. Okay, so that's there's some other, just real quick, there's some others just, it's miserable, dude. Zcash down 6%. Look at this thing. Look at this trash. Garbage, man. Like, couldn't catch bids to save its life. Look at the price correlating to the 200-day simple moving average. Extremely bearish. And now breaking through what should have been a strong support resistance level. It is like 2016, 2017. That was the spring back test. So much correlation here, and you've broken it. And the next target's $26. It doesn't seem like much, but that's a percentage downside potential of 20%. 20% downside on Zcash. Wow. Ztrash, yeah. And we can look at big little brother, twin brother, if we want. That is Dash, down 8.5%. Also mega loser. It hasn't really broken those supports yet. Hadn't even tested them. $38 to $40. Very close though. And just that is some poor performance, right? Extremely poor performance. Confirmation and distribution up here from the previous high, very bad, and then falling below that breakout point, right? Major level failure like that with distribution, and now you're running to the next level. And if you don't hold that, well, guess what? You go to the COVID crash low. That is $31. So just soon approaching a key support. No clue if it's going to hold. This is some pretty miserable market conditions for speculative assets that have absolutely zero intrinsic value, that do nothing to help the world, created by people that were only looking to enrich themselves. Yeah, it's a bad day for those, for these assets for sure. All right. Doge, any different? Nah, not really different on Doge. Triple bottom, by the way. Well, heading on down for a quadruple bottom. All right, this is some epic failure here, right? And so you got to go by like, all right, something happened. Data presented itself, and then after that data presents itself, you have new occurrences on the chart, and the new occurrences on the chart were legit. Look, exit liquidity for Elon Musk, I guess, because you made your high here December 6th, then you sold off, made a lower low than previous local low. Then you rallied, made a lower high than previous high. You dumped again. Buyers defended this 6.5 cent level, and now what? I forget the scam wicks with the Twitter Doge crap. Okay, look at the candle closes, and then look at the confirmation at the candle close, double top locally. So you now have like confirmation of distribution. Less market participants involved February and April than December of last year. Now you're below the 200-day moving average, and now you're rolling over. Today, Doge hit its lowest price since March 16th, and it seems like it's going to be headed down to 6.5 cents again. And if it doesn't hold, well, you can imagine, I mean, just way lower prices, and it kind of would make sense, as you can see how much downside potential there could be before it reverts back to that mean of where the price always was. Wonder, I mean, what's going on here? Only lower highs now. What the heck, dude? All right, so that was crypto rundown. Forget it, man. Forget it. Let's go to the S&P 500. That flat today, up 0.05%. No resolution yet. Resolution being, well, buyers unable to defend 4,060. Or buyers pushing the price to go test the next levels. It's just sideways after the defense of that very key inflection point back from May of 2021, holding that. How sad is that, though? May of 2021. It's May of 2023. 2 years later, same effing price. No higher highs. So you cannot trust this market yet. There's a shooting star that is still active. That has not been taken out yet with a candle close on the daily. So it's still an active bearish reversal candle on the local confirmation high. So even with buyers gapping the price up on Friday and holding steady today, you can't trust it yet. Okay, I get it, momentum shifted and all that, but when higher highs? What's going to accelerate the price higher? It's got to be Apple. It's got to be the big five, big 4 or 5, because that's the only assets really doing stuff. Okay. Dow Jones. Down 0.17%. 3 falling peaks. Idea is still valid. Below 33,729. Tested it again once more. And that's it. This is a bearish, pattern. This is classic distribution. One high. Okay, there was one high in August. This all together equals the second high. Okay, how many times we look at and see a high, then a slightly higher high with the head and shoulders, slightly higher high with a descending triangle, slightly higher high with a rising wedge. Okay, this is the second test from buyers. This was the first in August, second test now from buyers, and they're slowly, quietly, subtly offloading their position as to not create a panic. That's the way it looks to me. That's what you do. Slightly, 886 retraces like Apple, just so people would think, oh, we're fine. Like the retail and the dumb money don't understand what 886 retraces are. They don't understand what slightly lower highs than the previous high is. They don't understand confirmation highs or shooting stars, which there's an active shooting star on May 1st. They don't understand that. And hey, man, you know what? I hope it rallies. I always do. I wanted to go to 1 million, so everyone's rich and all that. But if we're talking about reality here, this is a valid idea until somehow the buyers start breaking the price above 34,650. Good luck on that, man. All right, they haven't done it yet. And there's hidden bearish divergence, by the way, on the oscillators. So there's a bearish edge too. Okay, good luck, Dow Jones. Nasdaq, highest daily candle close since September 12th, just like Friday. Not out of the woods yet. I mean, it is looking pretty strong here. Like, oh man, just you're so close to a breakout. But the breakout depends, right? The real inflection point from 2020, you have broken that. You've even back tested it as support in ways. But this other level where price would correlate to that level, but always up thrust, false bullish breakout occurred June of last year. False bullish breakout occurred in September of last year. False bullish breakout February of this year. Well, you're still in that false bullish breakout zone. So if we look at history, it's hard to trust the asset till it's breaking 12,317. So we'll see. Stronger of the four, I guess. IWM, Russell 2000 ETF. Down 0.23%. Where the win bids? I mean, like, you got a gap up, but there's an unfilled gap at 170. That is not a breakaway gap by any means. Below the 200-day moving average. I'm just not sold on this. The Russell 1000 make me not trust this. I don't know if the top Russell 1000 would be able to lift the Russell 1000 up or make this average actually go higher. So remember, about, what is it, over 40% of the companies on the IWM now do not make money at all. They just don't. They're losers. So these are not market conditions where you want to be owning assets that don't make money at all. Because in market conditions like this, even assets that can make billions of dollars a quarter, they still on the charts can get wrecked, and they do get wrecked. So, okay, all I can tell you on the IWM is you're fine like a fruit fly. Fine like a fruit fly, slightly above that. The key inflection points where below you is death. But yeah, you're holding it, buyer's defending it for a second time. All right. I think you're screwed until you start taking out 179, and then you're still not out of the woods. So, all right. Those are the index funds. Go to golds. After the engulfing candle on Friday, just a nothing burger day today. You're still the reaction area on gold at the 886 zone. This is high risk for longs. It just is. Even if it breaks upward, it is. Anytime an asset creates a wave structure like this and then runs to an 88% retrace, that means 88% sale for shorts, but 88% premium for fresh longs. And this is is a textbook example of what would be considered buying high when going long on an asset that's done this. So, but hey, cool. It's up here, still stalling, hanging out. Great. Silver can't break resistance, man. I don't know. Is it confirming a top for now? Pretty shallow to be a confirmation high. But just showing you the levels. Look at the respect. Respect of $26. Above it's $30 roughly, but you haven't broken it yet, so still elevated. All right. US Oil, remember, did some pretty magical stuff. That is an inverted hammer. Reversal right there. Is that what it was before? I thought it was a bullish pin bar. They changed it. Something's up with this chart. I remember it being a textbook bullish pin bar, but somehow over the weekend it's now become an inverted hammer of sorts. It's a reversal. And, a couple of days of a rally, but You got to make a higher high. You're going to bear trend until you're breaking $83 minimum. But hey, a higher low could be a start here. Natural gas, just chop city after literally crashing, imploding to... This is considered a rug pull on a commodity. But yeah, you're back at the basement. Anything above 216 is interesting. Yeah, this is where massive reversals occur. One time in 2012 at 191, 2016 was 163, 2020 around the same level, and here we are near, but not at, the 2012 low. Yeah, this is just where reversals can occur, so just it hasn't really occurred yet. But, you haven't taken out that potential confirmation low on the sell-off. Oh, it's just stupid, but it's holding. Still valid. Orange juice finally rugged, man. Finally pulled back 3.7% today. Orange juice finally wrecked. Bearish engulfing candle. Finally cracking that February 9th previous all-time high. Okay, is that it? Or are we just going to gap up tomorrow? This is very, not holding this level. It could end up at 227. So I'm hoping, I've said it a million times now, whenever this ends, it's going to be awful. It'll be like hog futures. Y'all remember that? This is a parabolic uptrend that could be nearing its last legs. I mean, you're hitting an all-time high. You're hitting a global high to low 1414 fib extension. I mean, there's very limited upside if this thing continues 1618. But it's just, dude, it's a matter of time now before this thing rugs, and it's gonna be a nasty few red candles. These things never last. They just don't, man. But this is cool, though. It's been amazing. What a great run on orange juice. Since all that classic accumulation way down here. October 2021. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Gone. Right, the rule of 3. Gotta love it, man. But, live cattle futures up today a little bit. Remember, it gapped down. Orange juice will eventually have a gap like this. There'll probably be an attempted rally. But this is just another one. Another just ridiculous run. Not so much parabolic, because it just can't even go parabolic. It's just going straight up. But look at the up thrust, the failed attempt. I mean, you broke it. You up thrusted through it. The 2014 high. You made all-time highs. But now you're below it. Unfilled gaps. But that could have been it. Easily. Rice futures unstoppable right now. Nearing 52-week highs. In fact, nearing multi-year highs. This 2011 peak being tested right now. It's a candle I close. I'll put the wick there too. So you've just cracked back into this zone of inflection that is a big deal, because above it, there's just not much there. It looks like rice is really strong and is working on its highest price in 3 years. So you just got to take out this high from December of last year. So strong, man. Anyway, not much else too notable. Sugar was down. The food commodities down marginally, barely, pretty much flat. So let's take a look at the KRE, which is the regional banking ETF. That short squeeze on Friday. And not a good day today, really. I mean, a short squeeze, and then it gapped up. How much did it gap up again this morning? it was up at open at 2.5% and then just sold off all day to close at its lows. There's an unfilled gap down at $36. There's support resistance at $37. You think these levels are going to get tested. So there's a little bit more downside. I don't know if buyers can defend that. It's such a real level though. Such a real level you can see back from 2015 and 14. So just wanted to update you on that. We can look at the kind of what's been the centerpiece of the regional banking crisis has been PACW, another day up. But not as much as you think. At one point, I think pre-market this morning, it was up 32%. How would it open though? What was the price? Yeah, it opened up this morning, up 30%. So that means it was up 110% in 2 days at open this morning, and then all gone, right? 27% of the gains from the open given back, closed only up 3.65%, up 0.17% after hours, so nothing burger. But again, a gap filled. One could argue the gap has been filled here, but there's unfortunately another gap down at 318. You wonder if that'll ever fill. You got to also wonder, is the banking crisis over, man? According to some individual bank stocks, I don't think so. I think it's just begun. Okay, so you think about like, okay, so what? Bank stocks overall kind of like bounced today a little bit, all right, but then some didn't, like big ones. How about Charles Schwab? Disgusting. Like, this is really bad, man. Okay, Charles Schwab gapped up with every other bank in the world on Friday, short squeeze, and then gapped up this morning, but selling all day and almost, if not, filling the gap from Thursday. And this is very bad because you are anything below 5150 is extremely bearish on Schwab based on technicals. Okay, we were at that level and discussed what kind of downside we could see, 26+% downside below that level. And there are reasons, right? Price action correlation, you can see the clear supports 2017, 18, and 2020. That is the next target, I think, below 5150. So you've just begun to build negative momentum today for the first time since March 30th. Wow, imagine if that catches follow through and more histogram islands build after the first day in 5 weeks, right? Very, very bad, boys. Very bad. But there are others like CFR, Colin Frost Bankers chat. This is awful. Bear flag, whipsawing, short squeeze crap, but business as usual. Back to the business, man. Second lowest candle close in years. Second lowest candle close since February 21st. I'm sorry, February of 2021. And just not much there till $82. So the bear flag that you thought, oh, it's going to be okay. Nope, it's just back testing the bear flag that should have been a demand line is now a supply line. And wow, what a bearish engulfing candle. And an unfilled gap for real around 93.36. Awful. How about USB, man? This one's terrible. Right? Nasty bearish engulfing candle today. Gave back everything from Friday's squeeze except the gap up, right? The gap to fill is 28.96, and that's a mega support too, 28.54. You don't want to break that at all. That is just, wow, so important. But good to see it rolling over because it should. USB, I think they are not allocated properly. They got a lot of commercial real estate, I think. Bonds, unrealized losses, all kinds of bad things. We got 7 minutes and 35 seconds till your daily candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, the 80's stream, hit the like button, the bell, sub. Thanks for being here. If you're here. MBHC. These are all looking pretty similar, aren't they? Down 3.13%, below support. This is like a very bad area to be in for an asset, right? Straight up and down, up, down, up, a lot of this thin order book, and there's not really much of a consensus area for a multitude of people to be taking limit buys. Therefore, they're not going to be taking limit buys. Therefore, there could be a lot of downside to at least a minimum, maybe 2450, right? Lows from 2020. But if things do what they've done historically, probably 2188, probably a lot more downside. These are crashing. These are crashing, and we're just going day by day. But wait, there's more. What about AX? I thought AX was going to be a king. Nope, still a right-angled and ascending broadening formation, bearish continuation, still a potential partial rise, bearish engulfing candle today, and the 200-day simple moving average rejected once again. Once it gapped up this morning, opened the week at the 200 and immediately rejected it and closed near its lows of the day, down 2.58%. Unfilled gap, of course, like 3708. I just look at this and think, oh my God, dude, it's so bearish looking. It's such a beautiful bearish continuation too. Okay, so those are like your big losers today. You know, Key another loser, but
Gold/BTC pack skip equivalent, please. Testing 2017 low. Thanks.
So G-Dog, thanks for the 15. Oh, forgot I even had a different variation overlay the stream. Thanks for the only request today. So really bad on Key, like extremely bad. It was right there, so it was off just a little bit. Or would they go back further? Let's see. I'll make it a little bit further. This is so bad for Key, chat. I mean, this is like, go short. One goes short if they want. Not financial advice, but mother of God, dude. This level reminds me of XLM's 9-cent level, where below it is just so much lower. And what did you do today? I mean, what did you do today? Buyers tried to defend it on the short squeeze Friday, and then today opened higher and then gapped up higher, and then selling all day and closing at the session lows and closing once again below the level of all levels on this chart. That is so bad, man. Up 0.52% after hours. I got it, man. Whatever. I'm just saying that level is so important on this chart. Okay. 4 minutes till the close. All right, let's go to that for G-Dog. Why not? Obviously going to be short stream. XAU to BTC. He's asking, right? Am I crazy? XAU to BTC, right? No, yeah. Oh, yeah, kind of. Yeah, there was definitely divergence on here. Wow, you want to talk about a spring back test? Okay, so gold to Bitcoin, this level from 2017, right, 7 cents, is being back tested, asked for. Yeah, the channel, it was beautiful, great touches, it was broken, it was breached. Yeah, that is very real. But at the same time, it's not over, because this level is being defended by buyers, and there is seller exhaustion at this level, but not much follow through yet at all, right? It's like, in order for this thing to go higher, gold would have to start performing well, and Bitcoin would need to not perform as well, and or at the same time sell off while gold is rallying. So, but your channel was broken, you know? So what's going to happen at this level? Not sure if you're going to get, because it doesn't really look strong yet. It doesn't look like there's much follow through yet. Sure, there's like a supply line that, you know, look at it like that. That could be a breakout point. But that is your first spring, right? Like, you know, you gapped up through it. And so now you're actually testing it as support and holding. So that's all I got for you, G-Dog, on that. Yeah, okay. So what does that mean? If someone wanted to play that, that means they're like, one would be going long on gold and saying, hey, if this spring back test is successful and price begins to accelerate off that level because it was a formal bullish back test, then that means gold would be outperforming Bitcoin. We'll see if it happens, right? Speaking of something like this, let's go to Bitcoin dominance. Man, it's been so close, I just can't break it, man. It's just like right there. Good God, dude. Like, it's insane. It's so perfect, just can't break it, man. You got to go all the way back, dude, right? 2021 and just, I don't know. Pretty extreme bearish divergence. I don't know if that would have any, I don't know if that would have any sort of effect on this, but just all depends on, like, is it time to go to phase E now, or are we going to pull back first before we go to phase E later? Yeah, no breakout yet. I have an alert set up if or when it does, Okay, we look at Ethereum to Bitcoin. That people I saw, there were rumblings of, oh, Ethereum to Bitcoin's strong now because it rallied. I don't think so. You're not out of the woods yet, okay? Because where we are in the Wyckoff schematic, yeah, it's holding for now. Sure, that's some whacked out price action. In actuality, that is, you know what this could be? I mean, just locally, to me, it looks like a right-angled and ascending running formation, a horizontal line support and upsloping resistance, which is inherently a bearish continuation. You have not broken a supply line yet. All right, these are all last points of supply. All of them just have like confirmation highs and stuff. So I don't think you're out of the woods at all until you're breaking your previous highs, and that hasn't happened yet. So there it is. Okay, the candle is closed. We have a new daily candle on Bitcoin. Let's go take a look at it right now. Join the Discord or be destroyed. Thanks so much. There it is. Buyers have defended. They've defended the demand line for now, but still not really looking hot up here. I hope it pivots. I always hope every day, $1 million Bitcoin every single day. All right, I wake up every morning. I'm like, hey, I hope we're at $1 million Bitcoin, but that's just not reality, and that's not traditional technical analysis. So get that out of the way. That I'm not wishing or hoping for bad things to happen in Bitcoin. We have to just observe price action, correlation to inflection points from history. And so far, it's not so great up here. Right, the lower high and the up thrust and the back test of up thrust. And you also could look at, remember this? We were looking at this yesterday. Kind of finally broke a little bit, maybe. Again, I mean, a 50% retrace is an adequate target, and it's not bad. Your trend wouldn't be in jeopardy. This asset could literally go to $20,000, $20,700, and still be making higher lows. Because the most recent major discernible low, in my opinion, is from March 10th and 11th at the 2017 cycle top back test. That's the low. So that just means there's so much downside potential, and it's still fine long term. So not it's just not good market conditions right now. But what a run it was on. It's just struggling here, man. This is new data, right? Oh, hey, it's good. We're consolidating, reaccumulation, break the reaccumulation range, and you hit the next resistance. Too much supply, not enough demand. You roll over, but you pivot. Slightly higher low, and then you rally again. Then, oh no, lower highs, 2 lower highs in the 4 hour, and it's all happening just right at that inflection zone, and then you relent. Buyers have relented. So, but it's crazy though, right? You still have sellers have not captured prices below April 22nd yet. How insane is that? Traders settled up yesterday/today higher than they did even April 21st. So it's not even that bad yet. Like, it's barely moved. It's the same effing price it was at March 17th. Again, right? Just pretty sideways. Not much follow through at all yet. But there could be follow through and it'd still be long-term uptrend. Who cares? Ethereum here, I think it broke the heart line. My God, it closed kind of slightly below it by like $1 maybe. Just hanging out up there, but just more price action similar to Bitcoin in terms of the breach of resistance and then the failure back below it and then the back test of the upthrust, right? That's what you call a false bullish breakout, an upthrust. And then you can confirm that the upthrust is real by a formal back test of the actual level it attempted to break or did break temporarily, right? So you'd think, the next target would be 1733 here. But again, there's just really not been much follow through. It's kind of interesting. Pretty strong so far. I forgot. Let's look at Pepe coin for fun. Whatever. Where was the CoinEx, right? Oh, that's Pep. Sorry. Add an E. There it is. Nice recovery at the end of the day. Wow. What is this thing off its lows of the day yesterday? Good God. It went up. Wow. It rallied 25% off the lows. Dang. That's crazy. Can you believe that's a 25% swing from this wick low to this candle high close? That is crazy, dude. So what are they doing? I guess I can mark the wick high here. But I'm thinking like the candle close would be like more serious of a level. Look how much price action correlation you have there. Even you see it even on the 3rd. So buyers so far as of, now are trying to defend this wick high from May 1st. This is not some sort of actionable candle where you're like, oh, time to go long. It's just a gamble still. This is a meme coin, dude. It's a joke. But it was a lotto. It's like a lottery. Lotteries are jokes too. But you can get rich winning the lottery. Winning the lottery on Pepe means you owned it before this initial run. Dang, dude. Did they all renew like today or something, Brad?
My first request, so I hope I do this correctly. TA for daily on some on NYSE. Thank you.
What's up, Scuba? Thanks for the 15 and the first contribution, first request. Thank you, dude. Yeah, we'll look at it. Cheers. Thanks so much for supporting this 100% crowdsourced stream. No sponsorships, no affiliate marketing, no advertisements, nothing, just y'all. So thank you, especially in these times. It's amplified because these are like terrible market conditions. So thank you, dude. That means a lot. Okay, well, let's just go to it right now. The request. CIM? Chimera Investment Corporation. Oh, that's a night elf. Right, that's like a night elf unit in Warcraft 3, the Chimera. Oh, man. Oh, boy. This looks terrible, dude. Looks like it's about to collapse. Actually looks like it's about to collapse, dude. Oh, my God. This is the inverse of a Chimera. A Chimera, a two-headed dragon that shoots lightning. This is like, the meme of Doge, where it's like Doge is jacked up on steroids, and then you have the weak scrub Doge meme. Yeah, it's like Chimera, and this is like a stupid loser version of a Chimera. This is not a Chimera, dude. So, what just happened last week? It was the lowest weekly candle close of all time. So hype in the chat for that. Not a good start to the new week, with banks kind of being up a little bit. This is still down 0.58%. No one wants to buy it at all. I mean, it was so bad that you couldn't technically even cover the previous candle because you gapped down. It's awful, dude. This is miserable. All you can, it's 516. Once it breaks $5, right? There's like the investor rule, man. Like big institutions don't own assets below $5. So the big line in the sand's $5. You don't break that. It's $1 at a time. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Right? Because it's price discovery. We could use Fibonacci too, I guess. Let's just use from this low from September to its high. That is pathetic, by the way. This is what a lot of altcoins did. These confirmation highs. All right, a 1272, $4.14. A 1414, $3.73. A 1.618 is 3.14. That's crazy. The 1272 is $4.14, Fibonacci sequence number, right? The 1.618 is 3.14, another Fibonacci sequence number, pi. Wow, that's pretty cool. So those are your targets down there. If the buyers don't defend this level, it's over. It is unfortunately connected to real estate. It's a REIT. Oh my God. I guess a commercial REIT to look like this, huh? Good luck, dude. Just good luck. Like, I hope it holds for everyone's sake, man. Oh, bullish divergence. Yeah, look at your performance. I mean, this thing is like teetering on the brink of collapse. It really is. Of course, oh, it could double bottom. I mean, no, man, if it does, it would be miraculous at this point. In these market conditions, for this to actually confirm a bottom and go on a massive rally here, it would be a miracle, like an actual miracle. All right, that was the next and last request of the stream. Yeah. What are you gonna do, man? Ooh, the weekly losing 60 on Bitcoin. Bitcoin's RSI losing 60, yikes.
Can you look at RNDR? Thanks.
What's up, Gabucci? Thanks for the 15 super chat. You want render? Sure, we'll look at render. The thing about Bitcoin on the weekly, you have like this chart has not seen negative momentum since August, the beginning of August of 2022. It's been a long time, man. It's all positive memo, just extending on. Okay, render, yep. RNDR, yeah, there are a handful of 18,000 that are like kind of doing a little bit better. But in this situation, I would think this could be the second high. Oh yeah, dude, I would not own this at all. This is where I'd be like, I'm out, I'm done. I'm not touching this. I'd be out of this crap so fast. Yep, you'd be out too, okay? If somebody's smart, chat, they're done. They're done. They made their money. Congrats. It's over. Okay?
Thanks, Mitch. Came late but wanted to say hi. Kings.
So Mr. Anderson, thanks for the 1337. The Neo that is collapsing. That S coin's collapsing. This is where we say we're done. Okay? One exits. Yeah, you're testing a support as support right now. The context is everything, though. Extreme amounts of buyer exhaustion on a second rally. I mean, that is screaming reversal in price. Soon. Impending price action reversal. Once this support breaks and the divergence plays out, if it does, you have a target. 40% downside, 38% downside on render once this support that it tested yesterday breaches. So, no. Render. If hey, you requested it, well, here I am. I'm telling you, you can do whatever you want, but one would offload on their S coin. One would do it now if they wanted to preserve probably 39 to 40% of whatever they made or of the position they currently have. So have your alerts set up because this one looks like it's about to get wrecked. Of course, it could hold, it could hold and then rally higher. But again, remember what candle? That is a shooting star reversal right there. And you got the follow through. So So bearish, man. Like, it's not like long-term. I'm just saying like short-term, 3-day screaming, reversal to the downside. If a support's being tested and being held like this, and there's buyer exhaustion, it's probably not going to hold. Probably not. Not certainly, just probably not. There you go, Gabucci. Thank you again, dude. Dang, dude. Okay, so we had a bunch of renewals of the annual Patreon. And so I'm going to play a collective annual Jesus chimes for all these people and shout them out while it's happening. Because, my God, dude, that's just all worlds. KJame97, Ragnar the Rude, I wish I was a tank. Paratrader 24, Neek, Zumi, Mobus, Double Down, Christian, and Yeo. Thank each and every one of you for the past, today and past few days for renewing your annual Patreon, meaning they pledge for the year, 52 weeks. They don't do it by the month. So those are like the most avid supporters of this community, and that's them voicing, that they want this stream to continue, this community to continue throughout these bad market conditions, right? Because it's easy, hey man, everyone's hopping in on the hype in the bull markets and mania markets, sure, but in these market conditions, man, this is like where, you got banks collapsing, bankruptcies, hundreds of thousands of jobs and layoffs, man. It's bad market conditions, man, really bad. And it bleeds into every sector virtually, including, the live streaming world, the community, online community stuff. So thank y'all. Holy crap. So William. All right, so good luck. I have my alert set up on render that is testing a key level, trying to hold it for now. But my God, you have a lot stacked against you after such a significant rally, such a very nice rally for so long. Finally, showing a discernible edge for downside. Okay. Let's take a look at Apple defying gravity maybe a little bit, right? Yeah, that's just 3-day candle. Well, let's go to the daily candle. It's insane. I mean, this is it. Look what it did. It broke the wedge, and then earnings. It's doing almost identical to what Microsoft did to its own wedge. Gapped up, opened at the breakout, and then it's same price it was yesterday. I can't trust it yet, man. I'm sorry. It's just rivaling this high from August. Bearish divergence is still there. If it keeps going, that's great. But what else is everything else going to do?
Hey Mitch, here to support the stream. These are the times where we set up to make millions smile. Thanks bro for all you do. Smile.
What's up, Elliot, dude? TS Elliot, thank you for the 1337. Yeah, man. So these are times to invest in yourself. So when things reverse again, you're able to, take advantage. Like in January, like late December, early January, we had a limited amount of time for those rallies to make some money, and now it's like market conditions are deteriorating again. The technicals, the new data presenting itself over the next few these past few months have indicated that bad. The long-term bear trend seems like it will continue for the altcoins. And, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they're okay, but they just had really nice rallies, and they're just up against these resistance points we know for a fact, and they can't break them, and they're confirming they can't break them. 3-day bearish divergence on Bitcoin. It's kind of tough staring in the face of that and be like, oh, I can't wait. It's going to go way higher. I mean, I hope it does. I think a pullback is okay, like just a mild, moderate retrace. I already started a little bit. Apple. Let's just go to Google. Did it finally do it? Did it finally break it? It's about to, man. And this thing looks about to break out, man. It's so close, but it still hasn't yet. That's what's great. Well, these things are about to break out. Every day. about to break out April 4th. The whole month, I'm like, we're about almost, it's like on breakout watch on Google for an entire month. Just testing this February high. Still hasn't broken it, even though it had a great day, up 2% today. That's awesome. Still isn't even rivaling 382 yet. But if this keeps up, I mean, which you just don't know if it's going to keep up, man. This could be the absolute top, or this could be actually a breakout point where it runs to 117, 125. Okay, cool. Just that's where we are. Just sitting sideways, slightly higher price you were in March and February. After the classic accumulation structure is awesome. Amazon, that had been a real big disappointment on earnings, still okay. It's still, buyers are defending this level still by the grace of God. Look, they're defending it with a piercing line. That's a piercing line reversal at an inflection point, chat. See how much follow through you get. You're catching some.
Roll Tide 0.000402000 BTC.
Hey, William Valdez, thanks so much, dude, for the 1112 of Bitcoin. Roll Tide. Thank you, dude. Will this manifest into something very significant? Because it could. This is what things look like before this is what Shopify kind of looked like before it went berserk. What a trade that was, right? Trade setup. Well, look, you're above it. Buyers defended it. There's a Japanese candlestick reversal at it. Even staring at the face of all this bearish divergence there, but you're still below the 200-day moving average. You haven't made a higher high yet. See, there's like a lot of questions. There's things that have to happen, but it's at least a good start. And the one thing that you should know, right? It's good enough of an argument right here, right there, to one could be in Amazon as long as whatever they do, they just make sure they have a stop loss somewhere tightly right below that piercing line. You do it like that, man, one can own Amazon, right? And like targets, you know, I would say like one target could be right there. Was it 123? This like low from 2020. And was it 3-to-1? Yeah, it's almost 4-to-1 reward to risk. Having a play, that's just strategizing an asset and its correlation to an ice line. If it fails, you take on minimal losses, you're stopped out, you're safe. You move on with your day. We're not trying to make calls here. I don't know if Amazon's actually gonna go for the moon, and this is really gonna turn out to be something significant or not, but it looks okay. It's okay. Not, oh, I'm so excited, but it's at an area where someone could strategize at least. And if it fails, it effing fails. If the stop gets triggered, you're probably going down to $84. If the stop loss gets triggered, then Amazon probably loses 16% of its value over time. Yeah. Amazon, Google, Microsoft. We're just looking at the big ones, right? The market drivers. Still so elevated. So elevated. 308.65 today. Didn't do much. Down 0.64%. Approaching 315, which is the high from February and April of 2022. That's a big level, man. There is certainly bearish divergence in development now, right? All right, let me show you. It's just from a high to now the higher high. The new histogram island is significantly lower on momentum. Let's see if it really starts. You know, you got to lose more negative Momo, but it's just getting up there, man. It's been a great run off the lows, right? Outperformed so many other assets like Nvidia, Amazon, Apple, Google, Microsoft. All right. Let's just take a look at Shop so we can revel in all its glory. Something else, man. It's fantastic. Breaching through the measure move and closing at its highest price since April 6th of 2022. So we got 52-week highs on our hands on Shopify. After that, classic accumulation and the nice on the third low. It was a formal back test of an ice line from 2019 and hidden bullish divergence developed on the third low. Gotta love that. That is so unfortunate, right? This is the same type of stuff I'm talking about for the Dow Jones Industrial, right? The rule of three, the edge on the oscillator. It's the inverse, man. The high, the lower high, the slightly lower high again. All the inflection point and hidden bearish divergence. It's the same picture, man. It's just inverted. Like everything's inverted. Hey, it's Miss Teen Crypto. What's up? It's 80's stream. You didn't exist in the 80's. I almost didn't. I mean, for the most part, I was only there for a few years. And I don't remember any of it, but that's cool. Yeah, we go to NVIDIA. It's just a monster. Number go up. AI, forget about it. AI and impeccable. It took out the highs from March of last year. Now trading at its highest price since January 2022. This little consolidation structure I had here. It's a break. It just closed right at it. My God, it's so close. But this was like so similar to Bitcoin, man. Like Bitcoin's the same type of freaking structure. And this asset or Bitcoin going to test the lows. It hasn't broken down yet, but come on, man. See that? And then you're like, what gives? What gives, man? They were on the same page, and then NVIDIA's like, nope, I'm just gonna moon now. And Bitcoin's over here. I can't do it. I can't break it. Good Lord, Boston properties, commercial real estate, dude. Oh my God. You're just waiting for $43, $44. Just waiting here. This thing's gonna dump. This thing's low. This is at its lowest point since the global financial crisis. If you didn't know, it's been that way for a while. One of the worst. It's terrible, dude. Lowest price since July of 2009, and hasn't even tested the supports yet. So bad, man. Well, there's just bad stuff like Expedia hitting a support. I don't think it's gonna hold. Like it's been okay, but what's going on here, man? There's no demand, and any demand, these are just all lower levels. 97.69 has somehow become the ceiling. Can't even go to test $99 like it was. It's so bearish. And this is like bottom's about to fall out on Expedia. Remember Expedia, they do their consumer services. It's like a travel agent. It took travel agents out. And guess what? Could you imagine what AI is going to do to Expedia? Bye-bye, Expedia. Your whole business model is going to be rendered superfluous, and AI will run this. There will be a company that does exactly what Expedia does, and it'll be AI. It'll have like 5 employees. Yeah, good luck. And here's death below you. You're only a couple dollars away from death, technical death, right? Where collapse, utter collapse below this level. So not very promising right now. It's big yikes, dude. It really is. So with this, 0 people have joined the Discord today. That's how bad things are, man. Well, since the stream started anyway. A Discord staff member actually joined our community before the stream. Which I guess counts for like 1,000 people or something, right? Caplet. So yeah, I mean, we just could spend all day looking at random coins or random stocks and coins. I think that'll conclude it, man. For real. I don't know, dude. Just we've looked at a pretty good amount of assets today in this hour and 25-minute period. So we've reached the stream time limit, and Here's your demand line, currently at the 27,225. Breaking that, probably going to have some consequence. And know that you've already broken the rising wedge demand line. It's already broken down. So let's see what kind of fall that we get now. All right. So I think that's it. Yep. So I'll just be back. Thanks for watching. And until next time, respect the TA.
Roll tide 0.00040200 BTC.